In Petterson's novel, To Siberia, 1996, translated into English by and born in 1998 and first published in the US in 2008. An unnamed 60-year-old narrator reflects on her youth in Denmark during the 1930s and 40s, with a particular focus on her captivating brother, Jesper. Jesper, a devoted socialist, joins the resistance during the Nazi occupation, forming a central part of the narrative. To Siberia, described as a spare, lyrical novel by Kirkus Reviews, is written by the same author behind Out Stealing Horses, 2007. The novel does not delve into the current circumstances of the unnamed narrator, but rather explores her early life, spanning from her childhood in the 1930s at the age of 6 or 7 until her early 20s. Growing up in a port town in northern Jutland, a secluded place surrounded by remote farming villages, the narrator's family faces financial struggles due to her father, Magnus, being a skilled joiner but an unsuccessful businessman. Her mother, a devout Christian, spends much of her time in contemplation and occasionally composes hymns. The narrator's paternal grandfather, a moody and unpredictable old farmer, has a significant presence in her early years. However, the most significant figure in the narrator's life is her older brother, Jesper. Charismatic, vibrant, and prone to mischief from a young age, Jesper captivates the narrator, who dedicates numerous pages to affectionate descriptions of his pranks and audacious acts. Jesper even follows the town lamplighter and extinguishes each lamp as it is lit, revels in dancing during storms, and fearlessly skates across treacherous frozen seas to reach the lighthouse. As a teenager, he becomes passionate about socialist politics and begins to challenge the local baron, asserting his identity as a proletarian rather than a peasant. Jesper maintains a close bond with the narrator, whom he endearingly refers to as Sister Mine, and together they share a vibrant fantasy world. In 1934, their father takes them on a beach holiday, marking a significant event in their shared memories. In the novel, the holiday turns out to be disappointing for the children, but it sparks their dreams of travel. Jesper sets his sights on Morocco as his desired destination, while the narrator chooses Siberia. Together, they commit to memory the names of towns and cities in their respective chosen lands. Jesper staunchly defends his sister's fantasy, countering those who claim that Siberia is synonymous with misery and prison camps. Tragedy strikes the family when the children's grandfather takes his own life in one of the cowsheds. His note reveals his despair, stating that he can no longer bear to continue. This event unveils a hidden truth to the children. Their father did not willingly opt for the life of a carpenter in town over working on his father's farm. Rather, their grandfather forced their father off the farm, leaving him with no inheritance. Their father had always relied on the hope of inheriting his share of the farm, and now he is left with nothing. The family's financial situation begins to crumble, exacerbated by their father's bitterness from being excluded by his own father. His joinery shop fails, and they are forced to move into a dairy, which their mother, Marie, manages to support the family. As the narrator progresses into middle school, she experiences her first kiss with a classmate named Ruben, who happens to be Jewish. However, her romantic experiences pale in comparison to those of Jesper, who possesses exceptional looks, intelligence, and a breathtakingly reckless nature. At the age of 14, Jesper openly declares himself a communist and engages in bar fights. The young women of the town daydream about him, and he even manages to make their strict, religious mothers blush. Jesper eventually leaves school to apprentice as a printer. Although he longs to fight for the International Brigade in Spain, he realizes he is too young. However, his chance to fight arrives when the Germans invade their town. Almost everyone the narrator knows joins the resistance, with Jesper playing a prominent role by battling and executing German soldiers. Meanwhile, the narrator demonstrates compassion by saving a drowning German individual, an act of mercy amidst the chaos. Eventually, the Gestapo intervenes, suppressing the resistance and tightening their grip on the town. Jesper joins Ruben's family in a daring escape to Sweden, leaving the narrator longing for her brother and feeling that life has lost its vibrancy without him. In a decision to shield her from Nazi education, the narrator's parents withdraw her from school, prompting her to embark on a series of menial jobs. However, the absence of Jesper weighs heavily on her, and she yearns for his presence. As the war comes to an end, the narrator finds herself drifting from Copenhagen to Stockholm and Oslo, working as a telephone operator or a waitress. Struggling with poverty and a lack of friends, she seeks companionship through sexual encounters, even accepting advances from her intoxicated great-uncle and later, another woman who offers a warm place to rest for the night. By 1947, she discovers she is pregnant. Meanwhile, Jesper has managed to reach Morocco, and the narrator has been separated from him for 4 long years. Hoping for a reunion with her brother, the narrator returns home. However, instead of finding Jesper, she is confronted by her mother, who demands to know if she is expecting a child. When the narrator confirms her pregnancy, her mother asks to see her wedding ring. The novel concludes on a somber note, with the narrator, only 23 years old, reflecting on her belief that there is nothing left in life but emptiness and uncertainty. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.